So for this week, all of our elderberries are starting to come into season. They're starting to turn purple. Typically end of summer, early fall is when it happens. And every year it's a battle for me to beat the birds to harvest them in time. And with working off farm, obviously, I have very limited time to do that. So fortunately I was able to kind of spot them getting ready. I have a lot of them to gather. So I'm going to cut them off in clusters, and then we're going to freeze them. And once they're frozen, they're very easy to get off the stems. So I'll demonstrate all that right now. So our elderberries are coming into season. Actually, you can see here the birds have beat me to a lot of them. So I got to make a determination, like, do I harvest when there's some green berries like that? Obviously we won't harvest that cluster, but then you have other ones like this which are almost entirely purple. That one's ready to go, that one's ready to go. So we have quite a few here, a bunch of bushes. We'll get them cut. They go into a bowl like that. I should have brought a bigger bowl. And then I'll keep coming back and try and beat the birds. As you can see, there's a ton here, and this bush is naturally occurring. I didn't plant this guy, but I did take some cuttings off of it, and I'm going to plant these all over because obviously it's native and acclimated to this exact microclimate. So next year I should have even more. As you can see, there's another one. There's another one farther down. No shortage of elderberry. I don't know if you can see it, but that entire bush there is all ready to be picked. Pretty high up too. So this bush is 3 years old. This is its third year. So I guess not 3 full years because I planted it 2 falls ago. As you can see, it's a very healthy one. It's the healthiest of all the ones I planted. I planted them all along this fence line. You can see them all. But probably got 25 of them here. Of that, 20 are good and healthy. And I don't know the exact species, but it's I believe this is Sambuca nigra, which obviously just black, and then Sambuca must mean elderberry. I'll dig deeper into that, but you can see very few green berries left. So I'm going to cut these clusters. Some of them have no green, for instance this one. So I'm going to cut them all off, get them into a bucket, and get them frozen so that I can get them off. And then you can see the same bush has some that haven't started to ripen yet. So apparently this and all my others ripen, same plant, but ripen on, at different times. So I expect that this one, since it's starting to turn, maybe another week, and it'll be all purple, which is nice. That way you can harvest them, process them into whatever you're going to do. I'm probably going to use mine as adjuncts for mead and beer, but you can make syrup, wine, jam, I guess, all kinds of things. So let's get these cut. So all you need to get this done is something to hold them. I'm going to use this basket and a good pair of shears, and you just cut them off in large clusters. So I'm going to take this whole head here, just like that, in the basket. I'm just saying, if they're 90% black, I'm taking them. And that's all there is to it. So as you can see, I just cut the whole heads off. Doesn't really hurt the bush at all. And right there you go. That's quite a bit of berries right there. Now we got to get them frozen so we can get them off those stems easily. I'm curious if chickens like elderberry. I expect the answer is yes. But we're going to test it out. See how these guys do. My bad chickens that get outside of the fence, they're going to lose out on this deal, huh? What's the price to pay for being a bad chicken? Yeah. But let's let the good chickens have a shot here. Huh? Hey guys, see what I got? See what you do with that. Some interest. Not as much as I expected. I really expected like a feeding frenzy, but that's not what I got. We get very, very mild interest. I would even call it disinterest. Oh well. Alright. Chickens don't like elderberry. It's a good looking rooster. What's up, buddy? We got 2 roosters. Here's my other one. He was supposed to be a hen, but a hen he is not. Pretty guy though. You wanna come say hello? Come on, man. No? Alright. So they've been in the freezer for a day. Oh yeah. Nice and frozen. So now I'll show you the way I use, at least, to get them quickly off of the stem. So you can see, I don't know, not very well because of the lighting, but you can hear them. Like little marbles, right? So you just kind of stir them around in there. And you can pull them up and just kind of rub them down and they come right off. And the more I stir, the less I'll have to do this because they'll just fall off naturally. But you just pick them all off, they come off real quick. Now you just got an empty stem, you know, and then set that aside and keep going. Eventually you'll end up with a whole bucket of berries. And since they're frozen, you don't have to worry about damaging them. So you can see, basically no berries in this whole cluster. And if there's 1 or 2 that slip through, that's okay. My chickens will eat them. Maybe. I think we proved yesterday that the chickens aren't super interested. But, I don't know. Maybe Kronk will eat them. Kronk eats almost anything. So I'll finish picking out these stems. Should only take a minute or 2. And then I'll show you how many elderberries we got off those heads we cut. So I may run these through a screen, smashing them like that. You get a lot of stems that are kind of hard to pick out, but look how many berries there are. I mean, thousands of them. There's probably 5 inches in this bucket. So let's go get a screen, run them through it. I have a 1/4 inch screen. The berries should go through, the stems should stay behind. So I got this screen. You can see those holes are actually, I guess they're 1/4 inch. I think that'll work well, maybe. Some of the bigger berries might get stuck up in there, but we're going to give it a shot. So we'll just put it in our bowl here. And that almost fits, but it's going to be good enough for our purpose. And let's see how it does. I got some slipping through a little crack on the edge of the bowl. I guess next time I'll use a bigger bowl. But most of them are going in there. but I am getting a lot of berries that are just bigger than the hole. So I'm going to say we're not going to do that. I don't want to lose that many berries. But it did work largely. You can see I got almost all berries there. I'll have to maybe like separate wheat from chaff, winnow it or whatever. Either way, we're going to get a bunch of berries, and then I'll be able to make some wine, or at least use them as an adjunct. I think I'm going to do a wheat beer first. But let's keep separating here. So that's about 5 more minutes of screwing around with that sifter in the bucket. You can see I still have a few sticks in there, but it's mostly berries. So, and again, inches of them. So 5 minutes of work, I think that's well worth it. These are going to get strained out once I use them as an adjunct in a mead or a beer anyway, so a couple sticks, no big deal. It'll all be in a, you know, I guess a sterile environment. And if there's a little bit of yeast kicking around on there, I'm not going to worry about it. I know a lot of people would, but wild yeast doesn't frighten me. You know, it always gives you a unique turnout, and it's almost never bad. So that's the plan, and I think it went really well. I'll keep harvesting the berries, and maybe I can find a better way to strain them. But freezing them definitely gets them off the vine very easily. So I guess that method isn't flawless, but it works. I'm not gonna, you know, purchase any kind of equipment to strip elderberries. Maybe I'll get more efficient with it with time, but 5 minutes for half a bucket of berries that I can easily do 5 gallons of beer with, probably more. You know, I could probably do a mead too. There's no problem. So I don't know if you can hear all that peeping. We got our next batch of chicks in today. See if we can get them in there. Look at all them little guys. Well, we've already proven that chickens don't like elderberries, so they won't be getting them. Anyway, I think next week we're gonna take this IBC toad here and turn it into a new cow feeder, since my bad cows destroyed my last one. It's perfect for 2 bales of hay. Gets me through the winter, because I only have 2 cows, three next year, but still very manageable. 2 bales a day would be perfect. So that'll be the next project. But and then, you know, I'll be potting up elderberries that we cut earlier this year and giving them away or selling them so that more people can grow elderberries. They grow very easily, and I'm somewhat of a plant murderer, so the fact that they did so well is I guess a testament to the elderberry. So anyway, we'll see what I do with them.